Namaste. Thank you for joining me for your weekly dose of yoga. My name is Priyanka, and today we're going to do a little practice for people who like to run, jog, or just run in marathons. And the reason for this is because we are gearing up for the Terry Fox Marathon. And so if you're not sure about what that is, please check it out and do a little research on your internet. And if you do know what it is and you want to kind of get your muscles and your hip flexors and your hamstrings a little bit more toned, a little bit more stretched, and a little bit more in shape, you've come to the right video. To begin with, we're going to start on all fours in a cat and cow position. So Bitalasan and Marjariasan. So rolling over onto all fours, blah. Place your palms flat, knees are apart. And we're going to start with cow. So exhale, rounding your back. Inhale into cat. Exhale, round. Inhale. Two more to go, following your breath, synchronizing with the movements. Just enjoying the stretches that you might be able to feel throughout your body. From here, we're going to tuck your toes, come into downward facing dog, and this is where the hamstrings are going to be happy. It's always a good idea to do a little bit of pedaling action. Kind of gets the hamstrings stretched. And then if you're able to either drop your left knee and bring your right leg forward, or bring your right leg forward between your hands and your left leg. We're just going to stay here for a few seconds, keeping the legs straight. The knees are slightly soft, micro bend, just to keep them protected. Really enjoying the stretches. And then bending your knees, sweep your arms up into Tadasana Mountain and bringing your palms together in prayer position. Inhale, lengthen one more time to mountain pose. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, ardha, uttanasan, which is a half forward fold. Exhale back to the full forward fold, and then inhale, step your right leg back to high lunge. So awesome stretch there. Left leg to plank. Exhale into your knees, chest, or your chin. You can always do chaturanga if you want. And then inhale into baby cobra. Keep your elbows hugging in to the sides of the body. Next, exhale to downward facing dog. On your next inhale, we're going to bring the right leg forward into lizard. So, you can always lower your knee, bend the elbows, and then lift your knee back up off the mat. And what this is going to do is it's going to give you a very solid inner thigh stretch. It also opens up the hips. And is known as Uttan Prastasan, the lizard pose. Here you want to check in and see if your breath becomes a bit labored. It might just be because the pose is one of those really super intense poses. So you can either drop your knee and take your right leg back into plank, or you can keep your knee lifted up, sorry, left knee. Walk your palms, straighten the arms, take the right leg back. Exhale into chaturanga. Inhale into upward facing dog. Exhale, roll off your toes into downward facing dog. Little bit of pedaling action at the back. And then we're going to inhale and bring our left leg forward, lower the right knee, bend your elbow, and then you're more than welcome to lift your knee back up off the mat. And then breathing into the stretches, being very aware of the sensations that tend to arise. And this is where that deeper connection allows you to know when something is not sitting quite right with your body, or if we need to readjust so that we're safe. Holding for 2 more breaths. And then inhaling back up. Taking the left leg back, readjusting the palms. Exhale, knees, chest, or chaturanga. I like to do a variation of both. Inhale into baby cobra. And then next exhale back to downward facing dog. Okay, because these poses, lizard, and the next one I'm going to do is kapotasana, are pretty intense. So we're going to bring the right knee next to the right palm, slide the left leg, point the toe at the back. For this, today I'm just going to keep the chest lifted up. Look straight ahead. And then, to get things really intense, circle your left hand, bend your left leg, grab your toe, readjust the right hand. Make sure that you're comfortable, because this stretch on the thigh, it's pretty intense. Here you can use your breath in, exhale out of the mouth. And release. So I'm going to let go of the left leg. Place the left palm back down. Take the right leg back into downward facing dog. And then from here, we're going to directly bring the left knee down next to the left palm. Slide the right leg further out, keeping the chest lifted. And now just enjoying the stretch on the other side. So again, this is opening up the hips, working on the thighs. And it feels good. It's invigorating for your body. And then observe when the breath is either in the chest or the belly. We're always aiming for a belly breath. Readjusting the left, taking your right hand back, grab hold of your toes. If you can slide into your elbow, that's even better. But again, just make sure that the stretches that we're doing, your body is comfortable with them. They're not too much of a sting in terms of the intensity. It should be comfortable. And then you can use the breath in through the nostrils, but exhale out of your mouth. That allows us to go a lot deeper into poses. And just holding for 1 or 2 more breaths. And release. Bringing your right palm down, Taking the left leg back to downward facing dog. Feel that stretch on your back as well as the hamstrings. We'll slide into plank, drop down into chaturanga, slide into upward facing dog. Exhale back to downward facing dog. And then to end, we're going to inhale, step the right leg forward between your hands. Exhale the left leg forward. Inhale to ardha uttanasan. Exhale to uttanasan. Inhale, sweep your arms up into mountain natarajasan. Lengthen your spine. Samastiti. Palms by your side. Taking a few seconds to just really feel everything kind of settling into the body. Now, one of the poses that is also very good is a variation of Nataraj, because what it does is it gives you a solid stretch here. Can work as a balance, of course. And release. Take the left and then just grab. So like I said, I'm going to show you the side view of the left. And we're just holding it. Little wobbling action, never hurt anybody. And release. From here, you can have a seat. And I'm going to end the session and thank you for joining me for your yoga dose or your weekly dose of yoga. Stay tuned for next week where we're going to do a little bit more marathon related yoga poses. So we can end by lying down on our back in Shavasana and just stay here for a few seconds. Namaste.